How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Brawl here on MTG Arena. Today, playing some Azlask, the Swelling Scourge. And this not really the hand I want, but I think I'll keep it. Like, I guess there's potential here. I guess. Um, it isn't even the Fabled Passage that I wanted to do, but time. Time management is an important thing. And the Elden Ring DLC came out, and that meant that I failed an important thing, which is time management. And as a result, I have like an hour and a half before my backlog of videos runs out completely. So we built an Askalok deck because we kind of needed something. I think I'm gonna Wayfarer with Bauble. We got a ramp 2, I guess. That's the closest thing in my hand to work. So we're trying to make spawns, scions, and then use this guy's ability to score a perfect game. It could happen. Like, that's a thing. That could happen. I believe it. Uh, will it, though? That's the question. I don't. Maybe. Maybe. Like, we could cycle a guy, get 2 colorless mana next turn, use that to make a couple more colorless mana. Like, the possibilities are endless, honestly. The one card that this deck is missing that put it off for so long is the 3 mana Hugin's colorless card. It's a good card. I care about that zombie. Do I care? Three. Yes, I do. I'll create those. I'll exile that creature. Would you look at that? We'll end the turn for now. Resic Scions could just get wrathed, and then we would be very sad, but they also might not get wrathed. Like, that could happen. And if they don't, we could, we don't have another blue source, but if we had another blue source, we could messenger into Lurker Cycle. That could be good. We don't have the right mana to activate his ability anyways at the moment. For some reason, our Pressure Land was what we found after we spent our time to get a forest, having already had a plane. Is it? Not good at all. But we pay 2 to make 2. And I could play my commander, but it doesn't do anything at the moment, so hope that a 7/7 vigilance creature will do the job. Yeah, I have I've been keeping up on my quest mode. I avoided overflow. Man, has Elden Ring become a time sink again? That happens. It does happen. I'd say in the days going up to the release of the DLC, I wasn't preparing the Elden Ring character because I didn't think I was going to get the DLC. Like, I thought probably not the time, but like I cracked it after like 24 hours, and the rest was history. I really had a character lying around. At, well, they oh yeah, they got there rather quickly. Huh. No block. We'll take 8. My turn. Well, I don't really have lands. I guess we have to spin the bank, unfortunately. Could have turned that into an equipment so that I could have made the breaker creation a little bit better. A little bit better. Already not bad. Yeah. Protection from each color means a black spell will never kill him. Could have got an experience counter. It would have been nice to get our commander down and then sack all 6, because then we would have gotten 6 experience counters. That would have been good, but the line never really manifested. Such is life. I think the zombies have zombied us. No, we will take the damage because we are gonna annihilate you, opponent. Uh, Annihilator 2. Headless Rider and the Nested Chandler, then block with the Knight. Against zombie. Block 2. That's bad. This does happen. Weekend Commando used to be a rare man. He used to make 1/1s too. It's kind of rough. Uh, we have a land. We have a landfall trigger now. That is something. Something to behold. I have a couple other decks that I've been working on, but I don't know if I'll record them today because they need work. The deck kind of needed work, but it also needed wild cards, which couldn't be fixed with time. So stalling wouldn't really have helped. I mean, wild cards can be fixed with time. It just takes more time than is reasonably available, right? Because I do make a Brawl video every day, and that means inevitably we're gonna catch up to the rate at which we fill our collection. Ah, either way, uh, look today, Arena. You doing all right? Under Junction Pack, would you look at that? Want to do game 2? Yeah, MH3 came out, and that was a lot of fun. Uh, it's still kind of a lot of fun, but because I've been drawn away to another game, like my meta knowledge is not what it used to be. I think we have our color source here. We have a. We're probably gonna get a white red black source. No, white red red green. We don't. We didn't really need red, but Eldrazi Linebreaker. I think he's a good card. hard to say with this type of effect because we've had it on like 4 mana goblins. It hasn't been great. And we've had it on the 2 mana werewolf, and it was pretty good. Like there's a bit of disparity there. A bit of tomfoolery. I think I'll still swing in. Because if they double block, I can just kill the commander. And then the other one dies anyways. The devotion goes down to 2. And the toughness is below 0, so it immediately dies. I have stayed a little online with the just looking through social media type thing and state-based actions and our new merfolk. Not really, not a commander, but he is like a commander-ish card. Well, I suppose like merfolk always did like islands, right? So turning non-basics into islands, that's fine with them. They like that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna wait for this one. I'm gonna grab this guy first. GG. See, it's not actually that difficult to get a win with this guy. But he builds slightly differently than the other mythic Eldrazi commander, which is the Anharmonicon Eldrazi commander, and that one's more similar to our Mono Red Eldrazi deck. Uh, Different lines of play generally, but it's more about building the big Eldrazi, and whereas that one you get the value by getting multiple triggers off of them. The dragon that we use as our first commander, he gets the value by making them cheap to emerge off of the little ones. It's kind of interesting in that I got one land, Burnished Hart, with good things. Doesn't line up well, but we can risk it for the biscuit. Like if we do Wayfarer's Bauble on 1 and draw an untap land, it technically ramps that turn. If not, we still have the Rafine's Tower. Yeah, unfortunate, but it means we get our third land drop guarantee, which is nice. Um, and then if we get our third land drop, we can go to Burnished Heart. Like, there's good stuff going on. But as I was thinking out loud to myself, with what I want here, I have white, black, I need green, red. Green or red. And then we definitely need another blue. We need another white source too. Just to make it easy to activate our commander. Alright, Tamiyo's flipped. Burnish Heart. Go. We're taking the slowest path forward we can, but it will get there eventually. It just it's not even really outramped us. They just hit their land drops, which is bad for us. Each player mills 2 cards. Okay. As long as it's not the one where each player sacrifices a creature. Like, that is. Our deck really likes the Painlands. Your deck really likes the Painlands. I think I'm gonna pass. Doubling Seed. A bit ambitious. It's not. We'll be able to cast it next turn, but Like, if we spend next turn casting it, we're probably more dead than we already are, which is dead. Our opponent has had mana advantage and a board state for so many turns that it doesn't really matter what we think. Zombies, cool. We just like tokens. I was judging upon it. I didn't mean to. They have the lock, lock, stack. Blink a bit of damage, blink a bit of life gain. Ooh, red and blue. Just to finish off the color pie. And with this, we can cast everything in our hand except for the color spell, which we are a void deck, so it sucks to be us, I suppose. If we draw a fetch land, like that could be good. Our main land suit for this deck is the Triomes, all 10 Triomes, even though half of them aren't called Triomes, and then all the Pain lands. Because the Pain lands are an additional source of colorless mana. So we get half our colorless mana from the Pain lands, and then the other half from mana rocks and scions. And our opponent ultimated a Cameo, so they have all of the things that they need to probably win the game. And they do appear to be a token build. They don't have enough tokens yet to go like infinite, but I think that's probably it. Yeah, I didn't draw anything. Maybe our mana base is just too bad. Maybe we need to put a couple of wastes in there. Our main problem was that we didn't draw lands. Not that we couldn't cast what was in our hand. We could cast all but a card in our hand for most of the game. The issue that came up is that we just were too slow. We missed 2 land drops, and that was all she wrote, unfortunately. 18 minutes, we're doing one more game. I don't know, I've missed Magic. The Elden Ring DLC is fun thing, but it is also frustrating. And Magic is also frustrating, I suppose, sometimes, but in a different way that is more enjoyable by contrast. Right? Because you can get a kick out of an opponent who has an insane board state or an insane start, right? Like, that can be funny. A boss in a Throws like game, kicking your skull in for the 7th time, it's hard to find some enjoyment out of, right? Like, that is. Have a 3/1. He's a Void Pouncer. We didn't get our +2/+2 in trample, but can we do? The other thing I noticed is that do we wait or do we? Well, I guess we wait now. Thought that I would have the mana, but I don't have the mana. You do not produce red. The other triumph. But as I hear, I was gassing up my mana base, and it doesn't actually work. The dread, the existential fear. not deployed. Path of Annihilation, opponent. Getting countered? Yep, okay. Better than my One Ring getting countered. Or my Linebreaker. Like, there are certainly things I don't want countered. One Ring should just carry this match, unfortunately. It is that kind of card. I think we start off on Linebreaker because I like doing the One Ring on 5 because in this format, it is just kind of it is just kind of better to have it on 5. In regular Commander and other non-arena only formats, it has no cost, right? So you can tap it immediately without the need for an extra mana to draw the cards. But on arena, it costs mana, so to have it come down and green can exile it, maybe. I believe there are a couple of mono green options that just say exile an artifact or enchantment. Blue's only removal against it is bounce, right? So not gonna be great because if they bounce it, we get the cast trigger again, which is probably not what our opponent wants. This artwork is insane, by the way. Like this, so cool, so cool. Justine Jones, amazing artwork. Magic has been getting a lot of good artwork. Hey, it's a Linebreaker. Well, I'm gonna. This is the part of the game where I One Ring. Case of Kolos. Off you pop. Avoid spawn. They don't have a wrath. Could they play creatures into this board state? I can afford to force the trait I want, right? Like I don't have to swing out my Eldrazi Linebreaker when it's not really gonna benefit me. Although my hand doesn't really have a lot going on. Although we do have all the colorless mana we need, despite having what appears to be all colorless sources, all colored sources on the field. But our pain lands have been clutch here. I think if you have alternate in your deck, you should be able to find find 1 to 2 colorless sources every game. If you're a little nervous, you can throw in a couple of wastes because we do have a couple of ways in the deck to like that. I like that a lot. Um, Cast it again. Um, Unfortunate that I will not be getting Arena. Arena, bro, you doing good? And here we're gonna annihilate. And that should just close out the game. You can also Devourer of Destiny to remove whatever blocker they play. I don't. Let's card draw. Could hit something good. Road Spiral. Good card. Situationally, what our opponents would in all likelihood. Draw 3 discard. A little bit of information from whatever they discard. land, so that's they play a land, so they had at least 2 lands in hand. Probably more, considering the approach has been 4th. 1 ring. You don't get the cast trigger, but it's still just such powerful. Oh, okay. You need a blocker. Fair enough. 2 damage. Here I come. Get rid of her. Throw up a 6/6. Really, that if I do this, I don't get my Annihilator triggers, but you're on par with our opponent at the moment, so I don't really intimidated. What are they stalling for? Counter. Okay, fair enough. I will swing for 2. Give me another experience counter. I don't have blue mana, which is a problem. I guess that's probably why I shouldn't have. Lose our scions. That. Opponent's probably just seeing if they can draw out the game with a 1 ring, right? Like that is a bit of a strategy. Could work. Rashmi comes down 5 with discount. Opponent. You want me to have an OG or attack? Guess so. Pass the turn. Let's see what Quick Study finds. Copy enchantment. Okay. Our good old friend Wumpus. What enchantment are we copying? I probably will sacrifice a Scion for that. I mean, if you're offering me 4 cards, I'll take it. Like, I'm not that picky. Resolve. 3 bursts. Under the 2-turn clock, opponent. How are we gonna solve this problem? We can actually, no, we can. We're gonna say we can cycle this and sacrifice our 2 Eldrazi to get back to the battlefield. But obviously, we won't have any Eldrazi left. If we do that, so not really gonna work, but good. In our dreams, in our hopes, and our dreams. First off, let's make our opponent a little bit nervous. Don't really have a no in the Eldrazi deck. I know, unexpected to be sure, but okay. How much do I risk on this counter spell? What is the combo piece? So that is a worrying sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. do it during our opponent's turn, though. During their instep. A kindred instant. Do 9, which will give us 27 of the boys. But I think we have to be careful then. So, all but 3 would wait for this to resolve. We'd have to be stack launches. We have to stop there so that we don't lose our floating mana. So we go 7 plus 2, 9. I will exile that. We don't get our things, but we do get a 2/2 attacker. Copy enchantment. And what do we copy? It's Aju? Only enchantment I see. I think I can. How smart are you, Arena? How smart are you, Arena? Not smart enough. Well, try. Let's see. This one. Red. White. Holy. We just need a green card. Untapped green source. That one. Activate ability. GG. Oh, this was a very long one. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.